Hi, everyone. It's a Wednesday, and I'm just checking in. My gosh, it's been such a crazy few days. The weather has been absolutely wild, and we live actually in Center City and have been dealing with a lot of flooding coming off the Schuylkill, and we almost lost our cars 3 times over the last 24 hours. So it's just been nuts. And I know a lot of you live in areas where you have no power right now, where you have a lot of storm damage, and so it's just it's really been a crazy couple of days. I've been doing a lot of these videos on Instagram and pulling in some guests over the past few weeks, calling it happy hour, because I feel like if we don't make every hour happy hour, then I think we're all doomed. But at least that's how I feel. But so anyhow, I decided, let me pop back here onto Facebook and say hi while we still can't figure out how to get a guest together and have a chat. Then at least I can come on and say hello to all of you joining. So hi, Jeremy. Hi, Mimi. Oh, I love this color too. I love anything neon and fluorescent. So, oh, this is William, my future co-anchor for 6ABC. Hi, William. How are you? Maybe someday. I like that you're putting it all out there into the universe. That's right. You take your dreams and you put them out there and you manifest them. So let's see who else we have here. Hi, Michael and Mimi. Fran wants to know, how is Adam doing in his family? So Adam came in yesterday. Poor Adam. His property got so flooded out, and I feel so bad. And so when he walked into the newsroom, because of course we had crazy coverage, so when he got to work, he just got thrown right into everything. I said, Adam, oi, and he said, oh, oi is right. So they're doing okay, but they have a lot of cleanup to do. So so it's just been a little nuts for everybody. I mean, I couldn't believe the amount of damage that we've seen. From structural damage to trees down, and I know that the storm has been deadly in some parts. So it's just been a wild couple of days, and really on top of everything else that we've been feeling and going through, I just feel like it's been crazy. It really has been a time. And so anyhow, somebody said to me, well, not just somebody that you know, Charlene Allicott, or Charlene, who was one of our original members of Action News at 4, and who is now, of course, the morning and afternoon anchor at WABC in Manhattan, and still a very, very dear friend of so many of us and myself, said something the other day. She said, just a reminder that we can only control what's in our control. And so I responded to her, and I said, but what's really, really rough is that very little is in our control at all right now. Plans, forget about plans. Plans are out for the most part. And certainties are uncertain. So what we have ever felt like we could control, even a vacation, right? Something as simple as, okay, let's, go on a little vacation. Let's take the family. Let's take a little break. That's even out of our control, because we don't even know where to go. And even if we book something, then we still can't maybe get there. Or when we get home, maybe we have to quarantine for 2 weeks, and that's out of our control. So it's just been nuts. So just a reminder to all of you, as your friends here who are saying they had 5 feet of water in their basement in Ambler, which is nuts. Like, there's so much damage from that, and it's just it's sad, right? So like when you have flooding like that, and a lot of people keep a lot of their memories in the basement, right? You end up having a lot of damage. So William said, I just went out to run errands, and checking in from Angora from Philadelphia County. So how's that looking? If I tell you, the flooding that we saw in the city was surreal. It's really, really unbelievable. And we have this situation happening right now with a barge that is like on the loose in the Schuylkill. And what's very weird about this is that we were, been seeing this barge here for about, 5 months. I feel like since the pandemic, this barge has been there, and I have no idea what it was doing here. If anyone knows why the barge was here. But regardless of that, this barge has kind of been like moved out of position and is wedging itself up against 676 at this very moment, threatening to take the bridge out with it, which is just crazy. Like, it's literally cause damage to our highway. So yeah, it's like, and everyone keeps saying, well, it's so 2020. It's so 2020. So, and here we are. A tornado in Delaware, Ivan's telling us, absolutely wild. And Trish says, we're lucky in Marmora, and we got, Marmora had that crazy tornado yesterday. Viewers were sending us just unbelievable video of like this twister, like almost like this crazy storm system in Marmora, right by Ocean City. And so if you have your power on and you have your water, then we're so happy to hear that. Oh, okay, David, the barge is part of the 76 viaduct repairs. Okay, good to know, because it's part of our coverage today. So that was one of the things I was going to check in as soon as I got back to the station, which was what was it doing here? So there it is, this barge, which is now kind of just making its way. The river really crested. So, I get off the air at 6. I came home last night, and we park in a garage that's near, adjacent to the Schuylkill. So the bottom level of the garage was already flooded, and you couldn't even get into the garage. So I parked in a different area at 11 o'clock at night. My husband got an alert and then moved our cars again because the river then crested again. So it's just been unbelievable. Let me just see. Joanne, oh, thank you, Joanne. Alice doesn't like my clothing, so I'm sorry to hear that. Alice, you're not a fan. I think we all just have to do what we like and what we feel comfortable in, and I'm not sure why you don't like it, but I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, hello, Chris. Thank you for joining us. Audrey wants to know how my daughter's doing. So she's doing well. We are, our school has said that it's coming back 5 days if for any parents who want that option. So they're offering us 5 days of school and then offering hybrid for families who want that, and obviously offering virtual because that's, I think some families are going to feel comfortable with that. So they're offering 3 options at our school. So that's what we're going to do. And we're hoping that our hope is to do the 5 days and to get her back into the swing of things, because I do think that at the end of the day, I don't think everyone will go. So I think the class size will be smaller, but I also think that, everyone will have to do what they're comfortable with. And it does seem that they are putting precautions in place, and so we feel comfortable with that. Tyree Ward, hey Tyree. So Tyree is our friend from Philly who, big props to Tyree. He is a tow truck driver. Sometimes I say that, it doesn't come out right. A tow truck driver in Philadelphia, and he wants you to know this because he thinks tow truck drivers get a bad rap. But I said to Tyree, listen, if we're parking in the wrong place and you have to tow us, I mean, you're just doing your job. But listen to this. Tyree was in Wildwood. Tyree was at Wildwood or North Wildwood. Now I can't remember. I think it was Wildwood. And a woman, it was late. He was with his family at the beach all day. It was about 8 o'clock at night. And so this woman starts screaming, my friend is in the water. And there's really nobody around, and he can kind of see somebody bobbing. So he drops everything and he runs into the water and he pulls this woman to safety. In the meantime, somebody else called 911. So as Tyree is bringing this woman back to shore, the rescue teams met him like toward the shoreline, and they were able to, get her to a hospital, and she's doing fine. So Tyree, shout out to you, a hero among us. Philadelphia's own. It was a story that we got to tell on Action News at 4. And Tyree, when you are reunited with this woman, we want to be there. We did leave a message for Beach Patrol because I know you caught up with them and they got a chance to say thank you. So shout out to all of our everyday heroes among us. So let's see. Oh, Mary Ellen thinks that I am upset. So I'm actually not upset today. I might just look tired, but she says, I see in your face that the sadness and that you're upset. Stay in the moment. I don't know that I'm necessarily upset. I think for me, and you guys can agree with me or not agree with me, that this has just been a lot. So I think, things will wake me up in the middle of the night, and then, I go back to sleep, but, your brain is going, and, we've had a lot of news coverage, and a lot of it the stories have been hard to tell, but I'm not sad right now. I just think, I don't know if we all just have like a certain other level of stress that we're dealing with. So don't worry, I'm okay. But I agree with you. I think we do have to check in on everyone and make sure that our friends and everyone are kind of weathering through this, and everyone's pitching in and checking, especially for a number of reasons. You're home, you're working, whatever it is, everyone needs a little help. So let's see. Someone here is saying, a buddy of mine is an art teacher. Yes, my daughter loves to draw. House of Kraus. Let me check that out. I will. Kareem is saying some people have anxiety. Yeah, I think absolutely. I mean, I have always said, let me find ways in my own life to kind of like to deal with it. So I'm not perfect. Of course, I think I have to try a little bit harder to not be stressed. But yeah, it's Melissa has it right here. We are all overwhelmed day by day. And I think what's crazy about that is that there's no timeline for this. So we can't say it's going to be crazy now, but once this comes, then we have the holidays, or then we have this happening. Everything just kind of really feels on pause. And so the only way we can do it is to go day by day. So if I look sad or stressed, it's actually not really the truth. I just feel like we're all just kind of in it, and that's what it is. Mark has a great point that I love here. This year is teaching us not to worry about the small things. We're going to be stronger. Yeah, I mean, I think we have to. We can, and Joanne, we can only control the controllable. And the controllable is really seeming like there's very little that we can control. For instance, I thought, oh, it's August. And so I would always get this feeling like that back to school feeling in August. I don't know if you guys know what I mean. Especially as you go through the month, you could just kind of feel something in the air that's like, ooh, back to school, right? And my daughter started kindergarten last year, and this year she's going into first grade. But now it's like we don't really know what that even means, right? So we just can do one day at a time, because that's all we got. And we have to be lucky to have a day, because we are blessed to have a day. Kenan Jenkins, today is my birthday. It's a great day. Happy birthday, Kenan, to you. It is a beautiful day for you, for your birthday, because this is the start of your brand new year. So happy new trip around the sun. Let's see. Where is my tie-dye today? Michael, I wore tie-dye yesterday. Today I decided to go with a neon color, one of my other favorites. And we just finished taping FYI Philly. That's our script. This week it's myself and Karen Rogers. So we'll be on this Saturday night at 7. And I love everybody just saying have an amazing day. We're blessed and thankful for each day, and we should be. It's just that we have to go in baby steps. I think this is a year of baby steps, one step at a time. And Lindy, and I hope I'm saying your name right, is saying something that I have been saying since day one, and I completely agree. We are all in the same storm, but we're all on a different boat, and we have to have patience with each other, and we have to have empathy for each other and just show each other kindness, because I think that is what is going to get us through this. Like, just to know that we're all coming in from different places and spaces, and everybody is feeling a stress of something. Like, I don't think anyone is in a perfect place right now, and if you are, yay you, and let us know. So yeah, one foot in front of the other, Joanne says, keep your eye on the prize. And I think right now the prize is just good, like being in a good space, enjoying the people in your life, enjoying the little moments, and just keep, and it's celebrating our health, because right now we know how our health is our wealth. And so that's what it is. And so, and know that like everyone is going through a thing right now. And so having judgment or showing up with judgment, it's not welcome here. Like the woman who came, before and was like, you need a new wardrobe. If her biggest problem, Alice, and I respect everybody's opinion, and if my wardrobe is the one thing that that is your big worry, then I'm hoping that you don't have a lot of other worries. And so that's fine. And again, like everyone's entitled to their opinion. I don't worry about it. Leilani says you'd be surprised that you would be surprised the people how nice it is to show some kindness and care, and how surprised people are when you do it. It's true. I really do feel that way. I feel like just something little can make such a big impact, because you never know. They may just be getting it at the right time, and it may just lift them up in a way that they needed or didn't know they needed. Someone's writing in from Italy. Several years ago, we met at Temple University. Oh, wonderful. Pier Paolo Basso. Hoping everything is well in Italy. We know Italy was really one of the first countries to really get hit hard by this pandemic. But you can let us know, Pier Paolo, if how Italy is looking and how it's feeling wherever you are in the country. And we can't wait to get back there. We were planning on taking Priscilla soon, so hopefully sooner than later. Ken wants to know when I'm going to be back with Jamie. So P.S. I asked Jamie this morning if she wanted to hop on at 11, but she said the school made an announcement, and then they had another thing, and there's something about sports, and she's got like 10 pots boiling at once. So we're going to do it maybe tomorrow or Friday. So I will absolutely let you know when I'm going to hop back on with Jamie, 1,000%. I love this saying. Tony Ware says, don't embellish the haters. I like that word, embellish. Okay, so we're not going to do it. We're not going to embellish them. And anyway, I think like our whole point, and the whole point of what this is about, and the whole point of this beautiful community that is right here on Facebook, all of my great friends and the people I've never met, but you are my friends and my people, is that we are here to support each other. We're here to lift each other up, and just like family would. So yes, a kind word, a kind gesture, a little something to let people know that you care. Support your local businesses, please, if you can. Those are people's dreams. We are watching them. We're watching them close by the day. It is a very, very unsettling time for small business owners everywhere. And this city and our surrounding area here in Philadelphia, we know that this has been built on the backs of small business owners, and they have so many dreams out there on the line. So if you can, instead of spending money on a big box store or on our favorite big online shopping, if you can find someone in your area that you can help and you can buy something similar, it makes such a difference. It really does. So I really do think that if we do this together, it's going to take everybody. It's going to take everybody to get through this. Congratulations. Let's clap for Luis, who survived COVID. Luis Moran, we're so happy for you, and we're so happy for your health, and praying for your continued recovery and just and all of your blessings. So those are the stories we like to hear, the stories of help, the stories of hope. And so you gave us one today, Luis. Thank you. Let's see who else we have. So many wonderful friends. I love Eddie. Nothing that a dish of spaghetti can't cure. And it really is true. I probably have gone slightly overboard with that during the pandemic, and I am trying to get back on track here, but I don't think that I think I gotta, I have to remember the amazing curing and healing power of spaghetti, but maybe not as much as I've been doing this whole time. I don't know if you guys have been in the same boat. So I'm going to be on the air in a couple of hours back at the station. checking in. We have tons of storm damage that we're covering today, but we always, of course, try to get in the stories of hope and the stories of light and the stories of healing, stories like Luis, who just beat COVID, people who today are, just counting their blessings to have power, or, their car didn't get smashed or whatnot. So here we are in this space together, showing each other a little love, showing each other a lot of kindness. And Barbara sending just this really sweet note here. Yes, I have been a little emotional. You know that about my daughter going back to school. Although I will say, she was very sad when she missed, like everybody missed the last couple of months. But so far, fingers crossed, it looks like they are going to go back. It's not going to look like what it was because we have to be safe and we have to do it right. But let's see, just one day at a time. We're not making any announcements or any plans until the day before, and we say, school tomorrow, because we don't know. So let's see. Such really great messages here. Patrick, what is my opinion on what? Patrick just said, what is your opinion on it? I said, what is my opinion about, and I'll give it to you. So, Patrick says school in person or no. I think everyone has to go case by case, school by school, see what your school's doing. Ours laid out a really, really impressive reopening plan. They're going to try it. They're offering 5 days. They're offering hybrid, and they're offering virtual. I know a lot of families are like, we're doing virtual regardless. So the class sizes will be inevitably smaller because there will be fewer children in the class, and the way they have it spaced and set up, we're going to give it a go. So that's if it happens. So, and so far it looks like it's happening. So that's my choice. But we know that everybody is coming at this from a different place. They have different circumstances in their home. They have different underlying conditions. They have different feelings about this. And what anybody chooses is the right thing for them. Everybody can only make the decision that's right for themselves and their family. So if the school indeed does go back 5 days, and they're going to keep only a few people in a room and nobody's going to move, and however they're doing it, and of course everyone's wearing masks, then we're going to give it a try. So that's us. But parents were very clear in the forum that they were coming from all different places and had all different opinions about it. And so we'll see. We'll see what they decide. But we just respect each other, and we have to respect each other's opinion. And I think the biggest thing here is not to judge, because you don't know somebody's circumstances. So you don't know if they live with grandparents who are elderly, or you don't know if there's somebody who has a compromised immune system. So everybody has to take the precautions that are right for them. And what's nice about our school is that they are offering 3 different levels of education, so that people can make a choice. Now, I know some of you, there is no choice. Like, you would like to send your kids in maybe, but they're only doing it virtually. So that's the choice for now. I am curious to see. I do know, one thing I do know for sure, and Jackie says this is so difficult for parents. It is so difficult. Here's what I do know. I do know that there are going to be ramifications that shake out from this. There will be, one way or another. So there may be parents who live in a district that's only going back virtually. There may be people who have to leave their job and stay home with their child. I feel awful about people who will be leaving their kids in situations they wouldn't want to be leaving them in because they have to go to work. So this is not cookie cutter. The one thing I know for sure is that we've been saying, well, we're all the kids are kind of in the same place, right? Nobody finished the school year. Everybody walked out in March and never came back. So no one was getting ahead. But in September that changes. So some people will go back. Some people will go home. Some people can afford a tutor. Some people can't. Some people can't have their grandparents watching the kid because they're worried for the health of the grandparent. It's an incredible strain, and there's a lot of stress because there are a lot of choices that people have to make. that go along with this, and you just try to make the best decision for your family and the one that feels right. And maybe the one that feels right to you now in 3 weeks doesn't feel right. So it's almost like I like we've kind of made the decision that we think is right now, but we can't really lock in because we don't know what happens in 3 weeks. We don't know what happens with everything. Nobody knows anything. So you just have to say, and please do not argue. If you are a parent, not a parent, I don't know, a teacher, teachers have all different views. They're coming into this with different emotions and different viewpoints. Please don't argue with people on social media about schools and whether kids should be in schools, because every school is different. Every district is different. Every state is different. The COVID numbers are different, and people's mental space about this is different, and also the health conditions of a family different. So I don't think there's an answer. That's why I think you're seeing a lot of different combinations, because I think everyone is coming at this from a different place, and we're all just doing our best, and we literally cannot do any better than our best, especially right now. So and you don't know the reasons why, and not everybody is an open book about it. But for us, if the school is there and I feel comfortable with the safety precautions that they're putting in place, and the teachers feel comfortable, and the teachers show up, and we're going to try it. That's us. So that's where we are. But not everybody feels the same way as me, and that's okay. And I completely understand. And Ivan says he's a teacher and he's afraid and he's not scared to say it. Ivan, I completely understand. And I'll tell you why, to a degree, I understand the emotions about being in a space with a lot of people. My husband and I have both been out of the house working since day one of this pandemic. So we had to get used to the moving through it, and but these are our jobs, we have to do them. So we just got used to it, but it is a shock. And so when people I know are re-entering the workplace, or they haven't been in a space, it's been stressful for so many people. There's so many unknowns. And so I think a lot of school districts are like, okay, this is what we're going to do. Philly said, we're going all virtual. Wherever Jamie lives, whatever her district is, she just told me they announced they're going all virtual to start. And so her and her husband both work. And like you, Ivan, her husband is a teacher, and he has to go into wherever it is that he works. So, who's going to be with the kids? So that's what they're figuring out. And I think that's what a lot of people are going to be figuring out. And Mark is saying, Mark Holds is saying that Philly has a lot of older teachers and who may be worried, of course, about their health if you're over a certain age. I mean, absolutely. I think there's just so many variables to this. And I keep saying to my husband, we can start one way, and just like in March, and March 12th is the date burned into my head, because that was the last day Priscilla was in school. And so it could be March 12th. And then we could be right back to everybody's home. So the thing is, I wouldn't argue with people, because there's no one right way, and there's no manual for this. If there are teachers like Ivan in your life who say, I am scared and I'm not afraid to say it and I don't feel comfortable, you have to respect that. We must, because none of us have ever been through this before, and we don't know how the story ends, and we don't even know when it ends. So I think day by day, and we just go through it, and we do the best we can, and we stay vigilant about being careful with ourselves and our germs and our, and the wiping and the sanitizing, whatever we have to do, and the distancing and whatever, I think a lot of it too is just using common sense with our health and germs. I know teachers, and you can agree with me, teachers are no strangers to germs. I mean, the germs in a school, I even remember when my daughter went to preschool, and she just ended up getting all kinds of things that she never had before, because you're exposed to a lot of people. It's just the natural progression of just being around people. You just end up picking things up. So teachers are already doing are already our heroes for all the other things that people get in school, even if they get a flu shot. I mean, I had friends that had kids with flu shots and still got flu A and flu B even with a flu shot. So, you know, I think we have to respect each other and respect the journey that everyone's been through and where they're coming from in this. We have to, because we can only control what we can control. And that's not that many things right now. So I think a lot of people have to respect that. You know, you guys, you know who just jumped in? I hope she doesn't get embarrassed. Kathy Gandolfo. And Kathy, I was saying that we need to get on Instagram together and do a chat. So raise your hand or click like if you want Kathy Gandolfo, my girl, and I to get on so we can find out how life has been for Kathy since she retired from 6ABC. I would love to do that. And Tremaine says, I'm germ crazy. I need to be in a... I'm germ crazy. I don't know if you guys know this about me. I am a crazy germaphobe. I've been this way my whole life. So some of these things that are being implemented, I'm like, this is great. The touchless sink where you just stick your hand under and you didn't have to touch anything. I love this kind of stuff. Hand sanitizer everywhere. Keep it. Taking people's temperatures. I'm all for it. So I agree with you, Tremaine. I'm all about that. And Regina says, big shout out to the school transportation workers as well. Like anyone involved in the care of our children, you have our utmost respect. This is a place where we are absolutely celebrating you. So I'm going to hop off. I'm going to run into the station now. Thank you everyone who tuned in. And Kathy, let's discuss. I'll text you about hopping onto Instagram and getting a little chat going, which will be so fun. And I hope you guys have a great day. If you don't have power, I hope it comes back on soon for you, especially because you must be missing your air conditioning. And I hope that if you suffered any property damage, that everybody in your house has their health. And as my father always says, you can fix things. So we can always fix things. We can replace things, but we can't replace people. So love you all. Thank you all so much for popping in, and I'll see you soon.